There have been times, particularly at the end of the pandemic, where I felt like I had lost complete faith in community, and coming to this festival always revives it. And that in and of itself is helpful. But I also love some of the ideas that I've heard come out of this festival from the films, from the moderators and the talks. It's always enlightening to come here.
I'm really excited to see how we can help get what Faye does outside of SF, beyond, and So, and how do we make this a standard way of how cities do community engagement and planning, celebrating and supporting culture rather than letting it get priced out.
As from my perspective, people who work on cities and fight for cities, they often see one perspective, which is their own. And for movies and documentaries to just share those stories and share the common humanity that everyone who's fighting for cities shares is really important.
And I think that's the genius of this film festival, is to understand the landscape of San Francisco is not one that is solely artist and not solely technology and not solely politics or commercial real estate. It is a convergence of all those audiences. But at the base of all those audiences, there's a lot of people that really just want to be useful and make the city a better place.
I really value the program and the event. It's not only bringing these discussions to the communities, but also having those communities, having those conversations about how they can improve life in the city and in different shapes or forms. So I think it's a very important event and a very important way of bringing people together.
It means a lot to me to be here, and for there to be a festival that incorporates architecture and urban planning and social justice and policy making. It's just something that I needed to be a part of.
So I was a screener last year with the festival, so I got to see the films and help curate the programs as a volunteer, and got to go to one of the programs at the Exploratorium and pulled up me, a bunch of friends, and we were so inspired by the film that we watched that we picked up cameras and decided to tell a story about a creek, which is above ground, my film, our film. But it was inspired by coming to a festival together and seeing a film about nature.
It's more representative than anything we have. The Roxy tries to represent community, but this festival seems to represent place. It represents people in place.
I applaud Faye, I applaud her whole team, everybody who has surfaced this work and allows us to really know how to call San Francisco home and how to be engaged citizens within it. We're lost without this engagement, and it is really up to us to shape our cities, and Faye casts a light beam on that just illuminates the whole process.